Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, in this video we will be talking about your nutrition and healthy eating and eating habits. So hopefully, like I discussed with you guys last time, you already have your goals set up or at least written down so we can work on them or make changes or see what we need to do next with them. Or if you haven't done them, at least with after this video, you should be able to write better goals for yourself. Okay, so why is nutrition so important? Basically, whatever you're eating has an effect on your brain. It's like your eating habits really has an effect on your brain, whether it's for better or for worse. Either way, that's the kind of effect it has. Because I'm in medical field and I work in school systems with kids with disability, one of the things we've been seeing in the last few years is diet change. So a lot of doctors are going towards changing to a gluten-free diet for kids with autism, and we're actually seeing some really good results. I mean, there are a lot of research and studies that have been done on it already. So your eating really does have an effect on you and how you're reacting and you're behaving and your energy level, and all of that is affected by it. When I went on a keto diet a couple of years back, that was the first time I realized that when I started eating carbs at a certain age, it started shutting my body down. Like I would slow down, I would get all of a sudden I'd get so tired after having carbs after like 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. So when I went on keto diet, that's something that I learned about my body that I did not know because it was just happening gradually without me really knowing. So that helped me pinpoint it, and now I'm able to understand the days I need to do certain activities, what kind of diet I need to have. So that's something that you need to look at when it comes down to your body and how your body reacts to certain foods. The most important thing, honestly, today that I want you to really think about when it comes down to eating habits and nutrition is the kind of mindset you have. What kind of relationship do you have with food? As I'm seeing more and more clients come to me for this, whether they're younger teenagers or older people, what I see a lot of times is that they don't have a healthy relationship with food, which is a very sad thing because that's something that we're doing all day long. Like I eat multiple times a day, right? Like we eat minimum 3 to 5 times a day, right? That includes our snacks and drinks and things like that. So if you don't have a healthy relationship with food, that's like 5 times or 3 times a day, something that you're doing. And it's having a negative effect on you mentally also, because sometimes when we start getting so honed in on we are on our diet, it affects us because you're not eating the right food, and then you get upset with yourself. Well, I didn't have the salad and things like that. So now you're looking at food in a very negative manner. And like I said, throughout the series, I keep talking about this is a lifestyle change. So you need to make these changes that you can then keep with yourself for a long period of time. This is how you're changing your lifestyle. So you need to have a healthy relationship with food. Why is it that we're always excited when you go out to eat? Like that's one time you're like so excited, I'm gonna go out to eat this week, I'm going this day and that day. I honestly, if not every meal, at least one meal a day, I'm very excited and I'm very looking forward to it. Whatever it might be, I hype myself up for that one meal because I know that's something I'm going to be doing, whether it's my breakfast that day or lunch or dinner, and I'll hype myself up and I'm so excited about it. And then it helps me have this happy relationship with food, because you don't want to look at food and be upset that, oh my God, I can't eat this, I can't eat that. Yes, you do need to have nutritional food, you need to have healthy eating habits, but you do not want to be in this relationship with food where you're unhappy and unpleasant when you see it, because you can't have it, or when you have it, you feel guilty, right? Either one. And it's the same thing, our kids are watching us, so they also are taking from us. So whatever eating habits we have, our kids will follow through with it. Or nowadays, like I told you guys previously, they'll come home and they'll tell you that your eating habits are not good, and that's not something you want to do either. You want to make sure you're ahead of the curve as far as that's concerned. So what I want to talk to you guys about when it comes down to eating habits, I want you to follow, it's a rule of 2s. So what you want to do is you want to eat twice as often. You want to chew twice as long, and then you eat half as much. So that's your rules of 2. So what do I mean by that? So when you're chewing your food, you want to process the food. You want to think about what you want to be mindful of eating. So you want to chew for twice as long. Like, this really impacts New Yorkers. I keep coming back to it because it is what it is. We eat really fast. We need to slow down how fast we're eating. So you need to like chew your food. So if it takes you, 10 seconds before to chew your one bite, you need to maybe do 20 or 30 seconds. I mean, it's good for you because the saliva gets going and all of the other system starts working in the body. And the other thing happens is your body is aware of the amount of food that you're taking. When you eat really fast, what ends up happening is you keep eating and your body doesn't get a chance to tell you that it's full. So what you have is that, oh my God, I ate too much moment when you're eating too fast. But if you're eating slow, your body will know exactly how much you're eating, and it will also tell you when it's full, so you'll automatically start eating less. So that's why chewing your food twice as long is very important. Another thing is you want to eat twice as often. So instead of having big meals, you want to cut them down into small portions, and you want to eat multiple times throughout the day. One of the rules that you can use is for snacks, for example, you want to go by your fist size. So the size of your fist is the amount of snack that you will have, maybe twice a day. This is the only time I'm actually really like jealous of people with big hands, because they can have more snacks than me, but it's okay. So what you want to do is you want to eat multiple times throughout the day. And what that does is, if you eat between breakfast and lunch, you have a snack, then at lunch you're not overly hungry, so you don't stuff yourself and you're not eating too much, or you're not just grabbing whatever comes your way, and you're able to prepare your meal better. You need to understand how your body works. So next week or two, you're going to be playing around to see what your body clock is. For me, that time is 3 p.m. If I don't eat something at 3 p.m., that I will guarantee for dinner at 5 or 6 o'clock, I will eat something extremely unhealthy, or I'll overeat, because I should have had a snack at 3 p.m. So I learned that about myself. So at 3 p.m., if I have a snack, then at 5 or 6, I am not overly hungry, so I can prepare my meal better. I'll put the time into it, and I'll also eat healthier, because like I said, I am not overly hungry, so I'm not just gonna stuff myself with whatever comes my way. I won't necessarily just eat whatever I made for the kids. Maybe I'll take another 10 minutes and make something separate for myself. So that's why those meals in between snacks would help you a lot when it comes down to your eating habits. And obviously, when I say snacks, I am not talking about potato chips. Obviously, I'm talking about healthy snacks, right? So the fruits, the veggies, nuts, things like that. There is like plenty of, there's so many options nowadays that you can look into. So those are the snacks I'm talking about. Do not go around saying that Fareen said to start eating snacks twice a day, and those are your, M&Ms or your chips. That is not the snacks I'm talking about, okay? So that's another thing you want to do. And the last thing I want you to start doing is to have half as much food, right? So you start cutting down on the food portion that you have. I'm not telling you to cut your plate into half right now, but start working towards making it a little bit less. So if you are, let's say, having this much rice, you bring it down a little bit. Whatever it is, you start bringing the portions down a little bit until it's at that optimal level where you want to be at, okay? You might already be eating less, so then maybe you need to eat a little bit more, okay? So it really, like I said, it depends on where you are and which way you need to go. So if you're eating too little, then obviously you need to increase the amount of food that you're having. So you need to know what you're doing in order to fix it. So like I said, this is a lifestyle change. This is something that you're going to be doing, you want to be working on later on in your life as well. What else? Oh yeah, all of this would work out greatly for you if you start doing meal planning. Your life is going to be so much more easier. Things are just going to fall into place. That is why you have your goals. We started off with the goals. If you know your goal for the week, then you can do meal plan accordingly. So this is why your goal was so important, and this is why I told you guys to write down your goals, and those goals can be in front of you. So for meal planning, for example, I'll just share something with you guys. This is something I just picked up the other day. It's just a weekly meal planner. There's so many you guys can get out nowadays. You can do it on your computer, whatever you want to do. And it also gives you a list of foods that you need to buy that week. So it kind of helps you with setting it up. And if you have this, then it's easier. You work your way backwards, and then you see what kind of groceries you need to do. Another thing you can do, honestly, if you want to do more nutritional food and healthier food, you can buy in bulk. You can buy things that are on sale and then come home and make your meal plan. So you can go out, do your grocery shopping, buy in bulk. When you buy in bulk, you can actually make more than what you need for that day and just put some of it away in the fridge. So for next day or the day after, you already have a few items. You always want to have a few items in your fridge. So this way you don't have that moment where like, oh my God, I don't have anything healthy to eat or nutritional to eat, so I'm just gonna eat this. So in order to avoid that, you want to make sure you have extra food already pre-made in your fridge or in your freezer that you can just take out and be able to utilize it. One of the things I like doing is our smoothies. So I will make pre-made packets of whatever fruits and veggies I want in my smoothie, and they go in the freezer. So I just take one out and I put it in the blender with some coconut water, and I'm good to go. So that's something that you want to do. Also, this is a question I get often is, I talked about chew twice, slowly, right? But when you're having smoothies, obviously you're not chewing. So sometimes people ask that question, what is better, to eat the veggies and fruits, or is it better to have the smoothies? So there are pros and cons to both sides. It's not like one or the other. There are pros and cons to both. I don't think it's a great idea to be just on a smoothie diet for like weeks on end. If you're doing like a liquid diet for a couple of days, that's one thing. But I'm not talking about a lifestyle change where all you're doing is just having smoothies. That's not good for you. But should you have one smoothie a day? Yeah, because a lot of times there are foods that I want to eat, but I'm not going to be able to pack everything in one day, or I don't have the time, or whatever it might be. So I don't mind making a smoothie that I know is full of nutrients. So that way I get that portion done as well. So I am more or less hitting all my goals on a daily basis. So that's the thing with smoothies. Like I said, there's pros and cons to both. Too much of anything is not good for you. So you need to be somewhere in the middle and see how that works for you. So this is what I wanted to discuss with you, the basics of nutrition and how you need to start working on your eating habits. Hope this helped. If you guys have any questions, please leave me a comment. Please send me a message. Like I told you before, also I will be talking more with experts, bringing them on the panel so they can give you guys more in detail information. Also, this is why if you send me messages or write down comments, and I will know what is the information that you're looking for, so I can really hone in on that and make sure I can get you all of that information as well. So I am super excited. Next week we will be talking about self-care. I love talking about self-care. It's something that everybody should have as part of their daily routine. So I am super excited about that. So look forward to it. Until next time, guys, take care. Bye. Thanks for watching. Remember, healthy is the new happy. Until next time.